Yeah, one thing I, one thing I don't do is copy off somebody that has only been doing it for a short amount of time. I did this way before he was even in the picture. You know, nothing for nothing. Nothing for nothing. He's not even on my level. He's not even on my playing ground. He would never be on my playing ground. I don't know. I'm guessing you can't do dark mode. I'm guessing. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you can't do dark mode. That's why the stream got cut off. That's the only possible explanation I got. Gotta always have something going in the background. You always gotta have some type of picture in the background. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I had my phone charging the whole day from probably inactivity. It's okay. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I'm not really competing versus somebody that, I'm not really competing versus him. I'm not really competing. There's no competition. There's no competition. Not a competition. Everybody thinks that we're doing the same thing. I'm totally different channel. A totally different channel than what he does. A totally different personality. The Jets and Giants both suck. I can tell you that. Giants are going nowhere. Giants are going nowhere fast. Doesn't matter if they have Russell Wilson at quarterback. Doesn't matter if they have James Winston at quarterback. Don't matter. It really doesn't matter who they have at quarterback. It's still gonna suck. Really doesn't matter. They're still gonna suck. They're still gonna suck whoever they have at quarterback. The only true New York team right now is freaking Bills. It's the only true New York team. Can't say the Giants. Can't say the Jets. They both play in Jersey. I don't know. Is it? Is it? Is it? He's got the money to travel, but doesn't really have the money to spend on food or whatever or clothing. I don't know how you do these trips. I don't know how you do these long trips. I don't know how you do these long trips and not be able to like afford clothing or food. Makes no sense. Like the I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if it really matters, if he comes to New York or not. I personally think he should go out. Personally, he should go out and get a job. Not worry about like coming to New York. I don't make a lot from YouTube. 400, 300, $400 a month on YouTube is horrible. It's it's worse than being on disability. It's worse than being on disability. You're making that in 30 days on YouTube, right? So you take $400 or whatever, 350 divided by 30 days. Wow, you're making like $3 an hour or something like that. Maybe like $3 an hour or something like that. No, not even $3 an hour. There's no way to calculate the. There's no way to calculate the math. There's no way to calculate the math. I don't think he cares about having clothing, food, and a place to live is more important for him than hygiene and clothing. It doesn't care about. It only cares about having a place to live and food. Doesn't care about having a job, and he doesn't care about hygiene. He doesn't care about. He doesn't care about that shit. He's got so many haters out there. I'm not one of them. You know, I'm not one of his haters, but he's clearly taking advantage of he's clearly taking advantage of the situation he's in. If you if you're in a tough situation and you know you can't get out of it, you clearly take advantage of that situation because you know you have no other way out. I mean, people get into a hard situation where they can't get out of it and they don't realize how deep they're really into it because they don't realize, well, I'm already deep into it and you keep fucking up and you keep getting deeper and deeper. Well, Brad, on the other hand, he wants to do something with his life, but he's afraid to. He's got social anxiety, so it's really hard for him to do stuff. It's very, very difficult. When you have social anxiety, it's hard for you to do stuff. And you don't realize how hard it is until you do it. I don't have time to hang out with anybody. I don't have time. I'm getting into my I'm getting into my busy part of my schedule. I don't even have time to have I don't even have time to hang out with my wife right now. Not until the schedule, not until I, not until the schedule slows down a little bit. It sucks. Roger's got a channel, but he doesn't really go on it. It sucks, but what can you do? Some people get it, some people don't. Like Dave gets it. Dave understands stuff, but Dave's in a situation where he's stuck. People that are in a hard situation can't get out of it because they're so used to certain situations. When you're in certain situations, I had a subscriber write me today, and it told me about being in a abusive relationship. Um, I want to read you this stuff. I want to read you what the subscriber wrote to me because I feel like it's important. Um, so I like the feedback. I personally like the feedback when somebody that subscribes to the channel leaves a comment in the chat. I like the personal feedback that I get from questions of the day that I do. This guy's name is Ian. He's a subscriber to my channel. He sent me a message today about 6:00 p.m. I'm a subscriber on your YouTube channel. What would you do if you were in a toxic relationship? I really hope that that's not your case. If it's toxic, if you both try to make things work out, and still the relationship doesn't change, and still is toxic, a hostile environment with emotional and mental abuse, it doesn't need to have a physical abuse, violence. I mean, there's no way out of it. There's no way out other than just leaving the relationship. There'll be no way to manage to cope. No, no matter your arguments, your mind will be wrapped up, and you think it's still worth it to keep on that relationship. Again, if it's your case, make sure you have to have friends to go to talk to about it because it'll hurt once you break the relationship. Trust, go through the struggles and pain. Lean on them, rely on them, and don't feel ashamed, nor embarrassed of crying or being vulnerable. Those are the ones that will bring you up and keep you standing up. It will take time to heal, and it will be hard, but have in mind it will never be impossible to overcome. I hope you're safe and well. Stay strong. All right. If you don't have many people or friends to talk about deep stuff, then and that you don't trust enough to talk about the feelings, I'm here. Sometimes moments like this, these also show that who are you, the one by our side, and everything will be okay, bro. I'm sorry the message gets too big, but I know this is a very serious subject. A close friend of mine went through it, and I know what he faced and what he faced nowadays: traumas, depression, anxiety, panic attacks, and many things. So I would like to see anyone. So I wouldn't like to. I wouldn't like to see anyone in this situation. That's what he wrote today. That's a and then another message. We had another message by Lisa H. saying, "You're doing everything Matthew Ross does. You are copying what Matthew Ross does. Matthew Ross is the original. Matthew Ross is the original creator of the sleep streams. Matthew Ross originally did this. Matthew Ross originally did that. All you focus about is about Matthew Ross. I think you should get a life and leave Matthew Ross alone. Matthew Ross has enough problems in his life, and he can't comprehend certain things, and he doesn't realize personal hygiene and changing clothing and having a job and this and that matters. He only cares about certain things. He doesn't even care about his mother. He just wants to live a life. He just wants to live life and take advantage of people because that's what he knows. I'm sorry this message. I'm sorry I'm writing this message to you, but I'm being honest with you. You know, I always have to be honest with you because you're honest with your public. You're honest with your channel about what you're going through. This is my message to you, Ross. Thanks from Lisa H. This is what people write me. I'm telling you. It's what people write me. You can't you can't you can't you can't sugarcoat it. So what people write me, this is what goes on. A lot of times, and another one was, don't worry about Matthew with this powder man, powder girl situation. It's a faked up, it's fake, it's a fake news drama thing that was made up by somebody else that didn't like him. He has a lot of haters, and he's got a lot of people after him. He thinks everybody's his friend, but they're not his friends. You know, that's it. That's it. It's a sad situation. What can you do? You know, there's a channel where they catfish people and they catch predators, right? And they keep pretending to be 13-year-old girls, 12-year-old boys, and they eventually catch the predators. They eventually catch the predators. I'm thinking this channel that is based out of Colorado and Vegas eventually is going to catch up with him. Because they catch a lot of predators and they catch a lot of pedophiles on that channel. You know? It's sad. Sad but true. I'm hoping people that have problems out there get help. Yeah. I hope people that have problems out there go get some help instead of bringing it on YouTube where everybody's into your business. If you have serious issues and you have serious problems, you should there's counselors out there to help you out. Serious serious counseling out there. Yeah. You need help, and I hope you seek it out. I I have the perfect counselor. My wife. She's a perfect counselor. Anytime I have a problem, I talk to her. She's a perfect person to talk to. Anytime I'm feeling bad, sad, or whatever, I talk to her. She is my everything. She is my number one. She is my number one resource in life. She's never my number one resource in life. Craig Jones invitation now. No, I watched this guy give away a car. I watched this guy give away a car on the I Show Speed stream. That was pretty cool. Give away a car. That's what he does.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know? That's what he does. I'm not too sure if they even. I'm not too sure. Was he heavy? What, you making a lasagna? Don't forget the orange bowl. So you get to leave them on the floor. It's a random story, you know? want, puppy? I personally, I personally feel that we're not talking about the baby story because it has nothing to has nothing to do with you guys. To be honest, to be honest, we're not talking about the baby thing because it's up to Joy to talk about it. It's not up to me to talk about it, and we're not talking about it. Anybody that disagrees with this talk, that don't have to be in the chat. If you guys really want to know the situation, it has nothing. It has nothing to do with me. And I'm not talking about it. Talk about something else. Because this is an old story. We're not talking about this. I don't care what you guys think. You guys don't pay my rent. You guys don't pay my bills. You guys don't give me money to play in the casino. So it doesn't really matter to me. You know, it really doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't hurt me. It's not up to me to make a decision about anything, okay? A woman's body is up to a woman to make a decision. A man can only push them so far. It's up to them when they want to make a decision about certain things in life. A man can't push them to do anything they don't want to do. It's up to a woman to want to make that decision about certain things. Ultimately, it's up to the woman to make a decision. It's a woman's body, you know, and a woman's right. A man can't have a baby. Only a woman can have a baby, right? I'm not under her control. Nobody controls me. Not even my own family controls me. You think I'm underneath her control when I'm not underneath her control? If I was underneath her control, I wouldn't do half the stuff I do right now. This is still my channel. This is still my channel, and you're abusing your power as mods. And you're abusing your power as mods. I can't have people that are negative being my mods here. You know? I'm sorry, but I had to take away revenge. Only people that are like positive deserve to keep a wrench here. No people that abuse my wife. She's my wife, like it or not. I don't care if she's white, Puerto Rican, Spanish, black, or whatever. You know? All I know is you guys are looking for anything to rattle me up, and it's not working. It's absolutely not working. I have 2 hand pays my last 2 casino trips. None of you guys are rattling me up. None of you guys are. None of you guys. When I rewatch the streams, none of you guys are helping control the chat. You're letting the drama. You're letting all the drama and fighting go on during those streams. The last 2 streams. The last 2 streams, people were fighting left and right. People were cursing at each other left and right. People were going after certain people left and right. And I told anybody I don't pay attention to the chat. It wasn't my money, so it doesn't really matter. It wasn't my money. It wasn't my money, so it doesn't really matter. I haven't spent money on my own bank in over 2 months. It doesn't really matter. You know, when you haven't spent money, once you go into your bank, that's when you lose. Once the money in pocket goes, you have to go into the bank. That's when you lose. That's the honest truth. Well, you don't have a channel, so you can't show me your results. The people that you hit hand pays and stuff, and the people that have channels, you can't lie about that. You can't lie about that. So I still have my What's Squad friends. Yeah, I still have my What's Squad friends. Don't feel bad for my situation. Don't feel bad because of what is going on with me. Because you can't help the situation. You can't help the situation. You can't help what's going on with my life. You're not a counselor, you're not a doctor, you're not a lawyer. You can't help what's going on with my life. Only one that can help is a counselor or a lawyer. And nobody in this chat is a counselor or a lawyer that can help my situation. It's not always about the money. Not always about the money. When you play in the casino, most real casino players don't know when to quit. Only some people have the willpower to quit when it's time to quit. Only some people. It's hard to quit. That's why they call it gambling. Because you always want to make more money, more money, more money. My tomato left turn. You call him. I think you could throw me a few bucks for a salad. Huh? Well, you're gonna win. You're gonna win. Well, you're not the type of lawyer I need, and I'm not in the. Wait, you're not the type of lawyer I need. I'm not in a hard situation. I'm in a good situation. I'm not in a bad situation. You guys just don't know. You guys don't know her like I know her. She's a good person. She's not a hateful person. You know, you know. You shouldn't pay your fans. That's not real fans. It's not real fans. That's just called bribing your way. Why do you think it? What's the main reason for my giveaway? Is because I appreciate the people that watch the channel. That's the main reason for a giveaway. You can leave, Timmy. It's okay. I know you have better things to do and go and gamble in Atlantic City. It's okay. I can totally understand. You're also sounding like you're on the Lisa train too. It's sad. It's sad but true. It's sad but true. Who says I'm bashing Matthew? He does the same thing to other people. He does the same thing to other people. So why is it okay for him? Why is it okay for him to do it and not somebody else? It's not. It's absolutely not. People don't have to give money if they don't want to give money. That's the whole purpose. The people that give money don't have to give money. I mean, that's the honest truth. You don't have to give money if you don't want to give money. A lot of times people don't. A lot of times people don't not super chat because they don't have the money to do it. It's a honest opinion. You don't have to give money. He talks about my baby situation. That hurt. That's not hurting me. That's hurting my wife. You're not. Nobody's there when she's crying on my shoulder, and stuff. Nobody's there when we're at the doctor and the doctor's saying that back in February there was no baby, and she's crying and she's hysterical. So nobody knows. I didn't fuck over Melly. I did not fuck over Lori. They chose to leave. I didn't fuck over Simon. I didn't fuck over anybody. Everybody chose to leave for greener pasture. It's called it's called going for greener pasture. You know. I don't feel bad for them for leaving the channel. I don't feel bad for anybody for leaving the channel. You know. They're you know they're better off being with they're better off being with the real addicts. Even Easy gave up on the whole YouTube thing. Even Easy gave up on the whole YouTube thing. He doesn't really even do it anymore. He gave up on it. He used to enjoy it. He doesn't really do it anymore. I don't have it as bad as they do. They got it worse than I do. I got an addiction. I admit. but they have it worse than I do. A lot worse. They have it a lot worse than I do. Discord doesn't count. Discord is like a whole bunch of people just talking with no faces. It doesn't count. Doesn't count. Just a whole bunch of people talking with no faces and discussing what they're gonna do next. It doesn't really solve anything. Doesn't really solve anything. I don't work because I don't work to gamble. I gamble when I want to. That's the difference. I've had these jobs before I started the YouTube channel, and I'll have the channels after I end the YouTube channel. It doesn't really matter. I'm in a situation. I'm in a good situation, and I'm not gonna be out of the bad. And it's not. I'm not gonna be in a bad situation. Trashing people left and right. Though, what's the reason behind it? The reason behind it's not really trashing people, because as you know, many years, many years, right? Easy came out with those T videos. Is that trashing somebody or is it telling the truth? We don't know. Sometimes you come out with T videos because you don't like those people, and you're trying to have other people understand what you like, what you like. But it's not who you like or what you like. Not everybody has to like each other. I'm always gonna work a lot of hours. That's just the way it is. You can't you can't go back in time and say, well, just work one job. Living in New York is a lot more expensive than living in New Jersey. You know, living in New York is a lot more expensive than living in New Jersey. Everything's more expensive. Everything costs double. It's not easy at all. It's not easy at all living in New York. New York is a lot more expensive. It's a lot. It's not as clean as New Jersey. It's a lot more expensive. Everybody's got a gambling addiction. You know, everybody's got a gambling addiction. Do I work so I can spend the money I make to gamble with? No, I work because I want all the good things in life. Is it three times what I pay for rent? I doubt it. I really doubt it. I think since you live in since you live in New Jersey, I think your mortgage is a lot lower than what I pay for rent. I don't think it's three times. I don't think it's three times what I pay for rent. Yeah, you live in New Jersey. I live in New York. Jersey's a lot cheaper than New York. Jersey's a lot cheaper. Some people gamble for entertainment reasons. Some people gamble because they have addictions. Some people gamble because they have nothing better to do. Am I out of my mind? No, I'm not out of my mind. I know for a fact. I've lived in New Jersey. New Jersey is cheaper to live in than New York. New Jersey is a lot cheaper than New York. My brother owns a house in New Jersey. It's a lot. You can't. What he pays for a house in New Jersey, you can't even get You can't even own a house in New York for. There's no. It's not. There's no possibility. You know. We don't need a Vegas trip. Vegas is very overrated. Vegas is very overrated. I've I've looked up homes in Cape May. You guys are overpaying for what you guys are overpaying to compensate for the flooding and everything that goes on over there. You guys are you guys are paying way too much money. to live over there. Way too much money. Way too much money. My brother lives in my little brother lives in Passaic County. You pay way too much money for what you're paying. You know? I wish I paid $1,200 a month. I really do. I really do. Come on, $1,200. Wow, that's low. And you say it's 3 times, man. If you're paying $3,600 for your mortgage, damn, that's way too much money. That's way too much money for a house. What do you? That's way too much to pay for a mortgage. That's way too much. That's way too much. You can't even get a house for that. You can't even get that house for that price in New York. You cannot get a house for that price in New York. You could get an apartment. You can't get. You could definitely can't get a house. You know, you can't get a house in New York for that price. In New Jersey, you could get in, and in OKC, you could get it. Not in New York. You don't think Matt? You don't think Matt would have 11,000 if he lived in New York? No, no, absolutely not. I can understand like a guy like I Show Speed to able to afford anything because the guy's got 43.8 million subscribers. He he is financially there. You're talking about a 20-year-old that's barely got a high school diploma. Doesn't have a college diploma. A 20-year-old. A 20-year-old. A a 20-year-old. You're talking about a 20-year-old. 20-year-old. Talk about a 20-year-old. You know, at 20 years old, the guy makes more. The guy's gonna make more money in his lifetime than I'll ever make working. 20 years old. Just imagine. Just imagine how much money this guy's making every day. YouTube or whatever. It's crazy. It's crazy how much money he's making. He's making absolutely like ridiculous amount of money. Well, we have to all work 9 to 5 jobs, 16-hour days. Well, this guy is making hand over fist money doing YouTube. Hand over fist. He makes more money in 1 month than most people will make in a lifetime. It's the honest truth. The honest truth. YouTubers, that's the job to be. You know? If I lived in New Jersey, I would own a house too. Houses are cheaper. Anybody can get a house in New Jersey. Houses are a lot cheaper. New Jersey is a lot cheaper to live than New York. Anybody can afford a house in New Jersey. New York, forget about it. It doesn't really matter. What really matters is how you treat each one another. Doesn't matter. Like I said the other day, you can have a house, you can have nice clothing, you can have nice watches, but if you're not a good person inside, that doesn't help. Having materialistic things, right, doesn't make you a better person. It does. It makes you. It makes you just what it is. You know. Take away take away your clothing, take away your jewelry, take away your nice shoes, take away your nice hats, take away your jewelry and all that, take away your house. You're no better off than the next person. Nobody's better off. We're all on the same level. There's people that live in. There's people. Prime example. There's people that rent apartments in Manhattan, $10,000 a month rent. And they gonna go out and buy a house, but they rather spend $10,000 a month on rent. $10,000 to rent a studio apartment, and that's in Manhattan. $10,000 a month to rent a studio apartment. I mean, is it better to own? Of course it's better to own. But not everybody is in that situation to own. And not everybody's in this situation to own. Just how it is. I mean, like, I was watching I Show Speed stream the other day. There's this one apartment that the guy was selling I Show Speed the other day in Manhattan, going for $40 million. $40 million. He wanted. Pretty good. How you doing? He's up $40 million. He wanted either $5 or $9 million down payment. It had its own private elevator. It had a great look of like over New York and New Jersey. It had this and that. $40 million. I'm not sad. I'm on the up and up. How can I be sad? I have my health. I got 2 hand pays back to back. You know? How can I be sad? Everything's going good for me in life. I had no complaints. I have no complaints. I got no complaints in life. Everything is going great for me. Everything is going good. There's no complaints. On the move again. Pretty good. The leader of the pack. Wolf! Hello! Good dog. And no complaints here. When I first started this channel, right, I had very little support. People started riding other people's coattails because of who they are, or what they spent, or how much money they spent. But the real supporters are the ones that stick through thick and thin. It doesn't matter if you're going to gamble. Doesn't matter if you're going out to eat in a nice fancy place. Doesn't matter if you're sleeping because you're tired from like doing whatever. The real supporters stick around no matter what. I might bash Matthew left and right, but I'm not half as bad as those other people that screenshot him, that use his videos, and that are bashing him and calling the cops on him and swatting him half the time. I'm not half as bad as those people. I am not half as bad. I'm not half as bad as those people. That's the honest truth. If I was a really bad person, then I would be doing a lot worse than what I'm doing. if I was a really bad person. You know? I've seen people what they do to him. I've seen what they manipulate. I've seen what people do. Every day. Every day there's people that are like literally like they'll screenshot him, they'll screenshot me, they'll screenshot Rob and any other channel they don't like, and they'll use our live streams or whatso against us. You know? I know that for a fact. I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand. And there's no way to stop it. YouTube doesn't stop it. YouTube doesn't stop the harassment. YouTube doesn't take down these people's channels. YouTube doesn't stop them from stealing your videos, stealing your pictures, stealing this and that. YouTube doesn't do shit. You know? To a point. They don't. If it's not making them money, YouTube doesn't give a shit. Just like the casinos. If you're not spending any more money in the casino and you're not using your player card as much, you're not going as much, the casino's not going to give you shit. They want you to go because they want to make money off you. You think the casino really cares how much money you burn? They're a business. They're there to make money, not lose money. Like say, like when you go to a job, right? Does that job care about you coming into work? Or does this job say you're replaceable? The job wants you to come into work because it's hard to replace somebody at the last second. But it's an open window. Anybody can do the job. It's a low totem pole. It's a low pole. I work with a lot of people that are different colors. I work with a lot of people that are from different backgrounds. I'm like the only white person on overnight in my department. Is it a coincidence? No. My kind don't go for custodial jobs. They go for bigger jobs than that. But I last longer than a lot of people because I know what I'm doing, and I'm staying out of trouble. I'm staying away from the clicks and stuff. You can't. Oh, look at that, Mama Pizza and Bakery. That's new. You can't be successful by hanging with the clicks. It's good to be by yourself. Stay away from the clicks. Once you get involved with the clicks, everybody knows your business. Everybody knows what's going on. You know? Everybody knows your business. Everybody knows. Everybody, like, some people can't admit when they're wrong. Take a situation at my job the other day. This guy has his girlfriend and wife just started, right? His girlfriend and wife texts him that somebody's smoking in her bathroom, right? She doesn't know what to do. So she texts him about the situation. He goes up to her floor that she's working at, right? He's not supposed to get involved. Security is supposed to get involved, and you're supposed to call custodial supervisor. He's not supposed to get involved. He's on another shift. I know it's his wife, and it was her first day, but he can't get involved with what's going on with her during work hours. Only when they're out of work. When it's work hours, he has his job. He has a job that he has to do, and she has a job she's got to do. When it's out of work, that's different. But when it's in work, it's two separate people. But once they leave work, clock out for the day, and they go home together, then they can deal with each other. But when it's at work, you have to worry about you doing your job, and she has to worry about her doing her job. Once you guys clock out to each other, then you guys can talk to each other. Like he comes to me in the loan doc, right? And he says to me that what's going on is retaliation. I said to him, "You're being targeted because you keep effing up. If you just shut the hell up and do your job and just quit the bullshit what you're doing and show them that you can do the job, to stop targeting you. If you keep doing what you're doing, they're gonna keep targeting you. I know exactly what they're doing, and they tell me I'm not getting involved. I refuse to get involved because it's not my job to worry about. I already got a job. What I have to do. I already have a job that I have to do every night. If I don't do that job, I get in trouble. You know, I can't stop what I'm doing because somebody else can't do their job. Only when the supervisor tells me, "Well, okay, Ross, can you go and help this guy out? Go get his bin, but don't dump his bin." Or, "Ross, I need your help with something," I'll go help. But if they literally can do the job, I don't need to help them. If this guy is waiting to the last second to do certain things, and everybody keeps telling them, "Well, you're doing it the wrong way," he doesn't want to listen, that's on them. We have a new guy that just started, right? I guarantee you this guy is gonna rock it tonight. He's gonna get done. He's not gonna have no problems. Some people are capable of doing stuff, and some people are not capable of doing stuff. Like, as hard as I work, this apartment building job I have, right? It's still gonna be a mess. It's still gonna be a mess after I leave, because people keep bringing down trash. People keep bringing down recycling. It's an apartment building. It's not like the garden or what so. It's really not. I mean, do you guys want me not to do the giveaway? Because I could perfectly give my wife that money. I don't have no problem giving my wife any money. But I feel like the people that watch the channel for years, I feel like they deserve some type of recognition. They deserve some type of recognition from the channel creator. The one that created the channel. The one that made up all the tutorials. The one that goes out of his way to create what you see every day on the channel. The one that spends a ton of his money and does videos and stuff like that. That's a content creator. Content creator, I'm not an influencer, I'm a content creator. That's what I do. I'm a content creator. I am not a social media influencer. I don't influence people. I'm a content creator. I create content. That's what I am. I'm a streamer. That's what I do. Like Matthew, he's not a social media influencer. He's a streamer. He's a content creator. You know? In order to be an influencer, you have to be impacting millions of people's lives. You literally only having 100 and so on people watching per day is you're not considered an influencer. An influencer is somebody that is a huge channel that makes a difference towards everybody's lives. That everywhere they go, they get mobbed by hundreds of people. That's what it is. Like my channel's not big. His channel's not big. None of the slot channels are big. The only channels that are really big are the channels that are over 1 million subscribers. Those are really big channels. There's about 5 of them. I Should Speed is a very big channel. He came from nothing. He came from not having nothing. He came from being a no name to now being a big name. Big dog. Big dog. Have a good night, big dog. You too. Don't drink that. Don't drink that. Okay. Good big dog. You know? There's so plenty of slot channels that are not in the millions that are still trying to get up there. In order for a slot channel to be successful, they have to be over 100,000 subscribers. Over 100,000. In order for a slot channel to be successful. Anything less than 100,000, you're not considered. You haven't made it yet. You're still trying to make it. Anything less than 100,000. There's 5 that are at 1 million. Yes, there is. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. It should be maybe close to 5 at least. There's Mr. Handpay. There's Lady Luck HQ. There's Vegas Maps. That's 3, right? There's NG. That's 4. I don't know if there's a 5th one yet. I don't think there's a 5th one yet. There's at least 4. Mr. Beast is the biggest channel on YouTube. And he never goes live. But he's still the biggest channel on YouTube. He never goes live. It's mostly videos. Mostly shorts. You never see him go live. Mostly videos, mostly shorts. Like even in the slot community, we have channels that never go live. They just pretty much do shorts and videos, and they're better than the channels that go live because they put out better content. They put out better content. I mean, they still spend a good amount of money gambling. They still spend a good amount of money putting out that content. They still spend a good amount of money. Because to put out even one video still costs a good amount of money. To do one casino live stream, it costs a lot of money. Between your play, your food, your travel, everything. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to produce a casino live stream. It's a lot of money. You know? I mean, I could easily go back to the way I used to play, but I like the way I play now. It's more fun. And you don't have to bet big to win big. I've seen people bet very little money and win big. There's no big budget for sleep streams. Sleep streams are still a waste of time. They're still a waste of time. It's still a waste of time. Because there's people in the sleep streams, they're bashing each other left and right, they're talking shit, and making fun of the creator that's doing the stream, left and right. They're making fun of what they're doing, because they can't do it themselves. Addiction is bad, right? You know how you know you have a bad addiction? Is if you let that addiction control you. That's how you know you have it really bad. If you it's only as bad as you let it control you. It's only as bad as if you let it manipulate you. Some people don't understand addiction. Some people believe addiction is normal. Addiction is that what they're doing is normal. People like doing it. They like to entertain. People that have channels, right? Not only are they spending a lot of money in the casino, but they also like the people that are watching. Do they always want to lose or always want to win? Most of the times they want to win all the time, but in reality, everybody that goes to the casino loses, because in order to win big, you have to lose first before you win, no matter what. No matter what. How was the US Open? You had fun? Was it fun? Till next year, right? Yeah. Till next year. This rain didn't really help, but it cooled down things. You know? I think it's nice that Matthew is his mom's best friend. And his mom is his best friend. Some people don't have that. Some people don't have a mother. Some people don't have a father. Some people, some people don't even have family that they can rely on, and they're all by themselves. It's very hard not having any type of relatives out there to help you out, and you're in that tough situation. Very tough. Some people don't know. Some people don't know what to do. Some people don't know. You know? It all depends. It all depends. Ross will be disposed with powder. Shows up soon. I don't think it's gonna happen. Doesn't really matter. Things don't really matter to me. Like, that is out of my control. It really doesn't matter to me. You can't help everybody, You can only want to help the people that need help. You can't help everybody. Can't help everybody. Family is very important. Family is very important. You know the most important person to help you in your life is Jesus. As long as you know Jesus, and as long as you accept Him as your Lord and Savior, you're good to go. He's out there to help you in life. When you're in your darkest times, and you need help, you look to Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior that will help you through life and times. Some people look for Him as their Lord and Savior, and some look for other things as their Lord and Savior. So you gotta do what you believe in. The only person that helps out somebody is themselves. I mean, you could go to a lawyer, you could go to a doctor, you could go to a counselor, but in the end, you're the one that should be able to help yourself. That's the honest truth. Like, this YouTube channel is not taking over my life. It's just something that I like to do. It's a hobby. Everybody deserves to have a hobby in life. That was a good stream. That was a good stream. I have no problem with that. Wasn't one of my best streams, but it was a good stream. Yeah, video games are very expensive too. Video games are very expensive. Well, what can you do? What can you do? That's not what you can do. That's what you're gonna do about it. Yeah, video games are expensive, but you know what? People like still watching video games. Still a market out there for people that stream video games. Yeah, anybody that doesn't understand what I'm trying to do with this channel, you know, gotta go back to the beginning and look at what I was doing with my channel when I first started. This goes beyond the pandemic, because Ross has been around a lot more than just 6 years. I created Russell since a long time ago. You know? You gotta enjoy what you do. If you don't enjoy what you do, then what so, you know? I mean, I don't know if people enjoy watching casino live streams as much as the person that's playing, showing what they're winning or losing. But I know I enjoy doing it, even though it's a lot of work and I know it's very tiring. Even though I don't do as much as a lot. The Jets had a chance. The Giants never really showed up. Yeah. I mean, some people like people, and some people hate people. I like people. Mariners did good today. Mets are in trouble. Ugh. They're gonna play the Phillies and Seattle, and then they play Texas and San Diego. Still not easy. Like I said, you can have all the money in the world. It doesn't make you the best person. Because even the best people that have all the money in the world may also be the worst people. Money doesn't buy happiness. It's nice to have, but it doesn't buy happiness. Maybe your fro will be there. Maybe your fro will be there. Okay, train. You always take this train. You always take this one. Have a good night, ladies and gents. That's it. Well, that's our stream for now. Thanks for watching Russ's What's. Have a good night.